Um, we've kind of gone through a balancing act in organizing today. Some of you are referred to as doers, some of you are referred to as listeners. So we're kind of looking at those people who are going to do the planning process and actually participate as a team member. Excuse me. Then there are some of you who will observe that process and maybe listen and ask questions about that process. So we have that balance of doers and listeners in the room. The agenda is structured so that everybody will have an opportunity to listen this morning. We have a listing of very expert speakers who will address the range of not only disabilities that I mentioned, but also types of services, supports, and accommodations that might be expected across this range of disability type and level. So we have a diverse range of content and process during the day. Content meaning new knowledge that you might receive, and process referring to you using that new knowledge to begin to act. So we've purposely structured the day so there would be some sort of a balance across content and process. Excuse me. We also are aware that in the room you represent a range of different types of support, services, and accommodations that people on the autism spectrum as well as with intellectual disabilities may provide or may be aware of. So we've actually structured the day to accommodate that range of services, supports, and accommodations. So hopefully any given speaker that you listen to, as well as all the activities that you might participate within, you'll have an opportunity to find yourself and what you do. So we spent a lot of time talking about that and how we might make that happen. So that's been an effort. So looking at expectations when you leave today, our expectations are that you will have received some new knowledge. You'll have heard different opinions or different perspectives of people working in this field. Hopefully we've changed your thinking a little bit about not only what is happening in this field, but how you go about working in this field. And thirdly, we're really hoping that you'll be ready to act. So you'll receive new information, you will have had an opportunity to think or process and understand that in a different way, and then we hopefully are having a small amount of time to prepare you to act on that information in terms of your own setting. And that kind of brings me to just the last point, I think, where Catherine dropped off, which was having you work in teams. Since you are a very diverse group of people, many of you have come of it as a team of people representing maybe the diverse elements of your service community and where you live. So you might represent rehabilitation, different aspects of higher education, people on the autism spectrum or people with intellectual disabilities. You may represent those groups as an advocate. So there's a range of perspectives that one of the ways to bring them together is to have people work as a cohesive team. And the intent of having you do that way is that by hearing the different perspectives and the different roles and responsibilities, a new synergy will be developed. In other words, if you have 9 people working together, there's 9 different perspectives. By working in a team, you should be 9 times as valuable as you are as one. So if you can make that happen, you then realize the values of